This segment is sponsored by the Burwell Rodeo.
Welcome back.
All right, we're very happy to have our guest joining us today. We are in the presence of royalty this morning. We are in the presence of Miss Burwell Rodeo, Ashlyn Mulling, and Little Miss Burwell Rodeo, Whitney Whitaker, and of course, Jess Helgoth. He's the president of the Burwell Rodeo Board Committee. It's Burwell Rodeo season. Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Well, thank you guys for being with us. Jess, I'm going to start with you. The rodeo grounds kind of suffered some wind damage, some damage, and how is everything looking coming up to this year's rodeo?
Well, we still have the rented bleachers again on the north side. It's been a long process. FEMA got involved September-ish of last year, and we've been working with them, and that's just kind of a long process, but it's looking really good. If you do come to the rodeo, you're going to see a nice picture of, we hope, is going to be finished next year by this time. So it's going to be really nice. It's going to be one of the nicest facilities in the state of Nebraska for a rodeo arena.
Well, and 102 years of going on with this rodeo, there's obviously a lot of tradition. And tradition with crowning the two people that we have here with us. Whitney, I want to ask you, as Little Miss Burwell Rodeo Queen, you're looking up to Whitney, you're looking up to Ashlyn sitting next to you. What did you have to do to gain this title?
So recently we just had the pageant for the 2023 Little Miss and Miss Burwell. So basically, and they have a pageant. In the morning we started off with horsemanship, and then we moved on to lunch and interviews, and then we moved on to the style show, and that was our pageant.
Wow. Good for you. Congratulations.
So once you're crowned Miss Burwell Rodeo, where do you go on to next? What's your next step?
So once we're crowned, it's only Wednesday night of the rodeo. So we have 3 more action-packed nights of rodeos, visiting our sponsors, telling everybody thank you for providing the girls, the next girls, us last year, with an amazing year. So.
Wow.
And what does the year include?
Oh goodness.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. Whitney and I have done a lot of community events. Went to a lot of rodeos. I know we were up at the Bassett Ranch Expo, and I was out at the Omaha Boat Show. So just promoting the rodeo and promoting Burwell as a whole.
Wow. Good.
And Jess, this all kicks off. I mean, it's already kind of kicked off a little bit, but the rodeo portion kind of kicks off, what, next week, the 26th?
Yep, Wednesday, yes, the 26th.
Okay.
Yep, 7:30 p.m. every night through Saturday. So,
just what do you think it is about the history of, as we're watching some video from past rodeos there in Burwell, what is it about the history and the tradition that makes this such a popular nationwide event?
It's more than just a rodeo. It's a show. We have your basic rodeo events, plus we have so much more. This year we have Indian relay races coming for the very first time to the Burwell Arena, actually the track. We have that huge track that goes around our arena, and nobody else in Nebraska has that, so we have a lot of track events this year. It's going to be action-packed from start at 7:30 till 1 o'clock, because we have some great bands in our beer garden this year as well. So
it takes a lot of time to plan all that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And how many visitors are you planning on coming to the rodeo? I mean, because there's thousands at the town. What?
Typically,
20 times
they
the size?
say 15 to 20,000 every year come through Burwell in the 4-day stretch. So
wow,
that's a lot of people for
yes,
a
it is.
1,200 community.
So Whitney, what are you looking forward to the most? You've obviously grown up around the rodeos. Tell us what your favorite part of all of this is.
So my favorite part, that was very difficult because I've watched this for so many years, but my favorite part of the Burwell Rodeo would have to be the track events. Those are really fun to watch, especially because those events are basically only in Burwell.
Wow.
You can't really find them anywhere else.
Wow. So Whitney, can you be crowned Miss Burwell Rodeo? I know you're little Miss now, but can you eventually hold that title as well?
Yeah, so the Miss, you have to hit like a certain age requirement. So Little Miss, you have to be at least 8 years old to run, So for Miss, you have to be 18 years old. So if when I turn 18, I can run for Miss Burwell Rodeo.
Nice.
And Ashlyn, what's on the horizon in your future?
That's the big question. So
Are you in high school, or did you graduate from high school? You're in college?
I graduated last May from the Nebraska College of Technical Agriculture in Curtis. So
good
I
for
now have
you.
a full-time job and are adulting. So
You may get one after this. You never
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So what would you like to be doing? You want to stay in agriculture, obviously, in that area?
yeah, right now I work as a licensed veterinary technician
Good for you.
at Overton Veterinary Services, just not too far away from here.
Yep.
And so, you know, I'm very passionate about animals and agriculture, and you know, rodeo ties into that so well.
Absolutely.
We want the best care for our rodeo livestock and
Yeah,
partners.
I love that.
Yeah.
Good
well,
for you.
Yeah, we're super excited for your future, and we're super excited for your future. We're super excited for the Burwell Rodeo. And if people want more information on the events and everything, where do they need to go?
They can go to nebraskasbigrodeo.com to
Okay.
find all the information that they're looking for.
Awesome.
Or our Facebook page as well.
Yeah, you keep
Sounds
that
good.
updated regularly, and we'll share all that information. There's a web address right there on your screen. We'll give you all that information on our website. Guys, thank you for coming in today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
congratulations to you
Yeah.
both.
Yeah. And stay with us, friends. We have a lot more ahead on NTV's Good Life right after this.